So now, today we're going to be talking about beauty queens, and you're one.
Yes.
So, do social media influencers have more power than beauty queens, more of an influence in society these days? What do you ladies think? I'll start with you.
Yeah,
You're a beauty
yeah.
queen. Do you think, because you know, like there was a time where beauty queens was everything,
Yeah.
you know, but having experienced that, do you think that now, this day and age, that social media influencers are more powerful than you beauty queens are?
I think the time you're referring to when beauty queens were maybe more influential than social media influencers was maybe when social media wasn't really quite a thing yet that everyone was hooked onto. So having been a beauty queen this year, I definitely feel as though they do have more power than we do. Just surfing around social media and just seeing, like, comparing like how many followers a beauty queen has, like in comparison to like a social media influencer. I definitely feel like they are
more influential.
they have a lot more, they get a lot more attention than we do, which I don't necessarily think is a good thing, because beauty queens, I say we have like a positive influence. We stand for, you know, charitable causes, and you know, we try to make a difference in the world, whereas like social media influencers, you know, they just wake up, you know, post a selfie, promote some lipstick, and I don't know if they really have you know, a positive influence.
It's just maybe they're just driving their own self.
And making money out of it.
Making money,
so
and then
it's a different.
Yeah, there's different motivations. But then for you as a beauty queen, now that, as you said, back in the day we didn't have social media, so don't you think like it's double power for you now? Because one, you're a beauty queen, and now there's social media, so you should use it and combine everything to your advantage. So you should definitely.
We should do it. I think.
Like, don't you think that that's even more? That would even help your cause even more, because now you've got like
the platform, right?
Yeah, the platform to be able to reach a wider audience.
Yeah, I definitely
Plus
agree.
the normal beauty queen.
I definitely agree. Like, having social media there, especially when you've got something to promote, is beneficial. But then there's also only so much you can do, like, to gain that attention. You know what I mean? And I just feel like social media influencers definitely have an upper hand in a way, because people are much more interested these days about
I think they're more relatable, because beauty queens, you have to have a certain height, a certain look. You know, most beauty queens are not everyone in the world that as pretty as a beauty queen, and so people that are more attracted to normal people. So if you're following any social media influencer, you realize you find something in them that you like.
But different ways to influence people.
I think influencers are stronger. I think they have a stronger followership. I think they have a certain audience that's stronger. I think beauty pageants, we've seen, but most people, for example, if a man who is a size, or a lady who is a size, 30, promoting herself with the confidence, people want to know what's about you. But beauty queen is something that we've already seen. They walk there with,
and then again,
saying, you understand? We
the
understand
influencing is not always negative anyway.
There are positive ones that help people follow.
Beauty queens aren't negative either.
No, I'm not saying it's negative. I'm just saying beauty queen, we know what beauty queen is all about. They do the competition, they go through and they win.
And they talk about world peace.
Exactly. But influencers, sometimes there's a certain level of mystery to them.
But you know what?
That people follow up. People want to know.
That makes you intrigued.
You scroll past your Instagram and you see this guy dancing. Oh, really? Or you see this guy putting makeup. The man makeup? Oh, let me see. It's quite nice. Those things drag
it's
you.
It's quite nice, really.
But that's because at the moment...
There's a guy I saw on Instagram, and he was in his makeup. My goodness. When he showed before and after, I was like, it was so well, his eyebrows.
So he kept you there for a couple of minutes.
I do agree. Social media influencers can be captivating, right? But at the end of the day, this world is always a trend. 1 minute, there was no social media before, now there is. There were no mobile phones before, now there is. After social media, there will be something else that will come up and everyone's going to follow that. Just like how they went from beauty queens to social media influencers, something else is coming. It's always something.
I think most beauty queens are social influencers anyway. I think they are, once you get into the social media.
But are they really? Are they really? The beauty queens, do they actually have that force? Because most of them are gentle and nice and, she's a model more like. She's more of a model than a beauty queen. The beauty queen are like.
But then that's I know. But hold on, also, you know, with beauty queens, also, correct me if I'm wrong. Most of the time, they train to act a certain way, to point themselves in a certain. Doesn't mean that inside there's no one.
No, but what we are talking about
is it true?
is the impact they
You
make.
just said that they're mostly nice.
Yeah.
We doesn't have that hunger to be social media.
But
It's the impact they make, because the social media influencers, we've said they make impact in their own way. They're up all in our faces, morning, noon, and night. The beauty queens, how strong is their impact?
They do
That's my
try. They
question.
do. They have. I think they have. First of all, I think any lady that stands up and also they have a certain level of courage, and I applaud them. And then when they win, they do lots of charity things. They do lots of courses which they support. Social media influencers don't really do.
For instance, she had a charity work she was doing, and she has told us that she doesn't intend to pursue it further, but she has left it for the current reigning queen.
Yeah.
What if that queen doesn't have the drive to continue on that particular thing? Let's hear from you.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you.
Well, to be honest, being Miss Uganda UK, one thing that comes compulsory with the title is that the queen has to be an ambassador for child sacrifice. So she doesn't really have an option to turn it down.
She
doesn't have a choice. However, you know, if she is struggling with the campaign, then obviously then I will be there to give her tips on like how I did it and what she could do, you know, to push it.
Has this thing? Oh, God, that's at the same time.
Did you struggle with it at first though? When you won and you found out that this is what you have to do, did you struggle with it at first? Did you think, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Or how am I going to do this?
Not really, to be honest, because it is something that I had researched about before.
Okay.
Like during the competition on the run-up, like I knew that if I was crowned, which I was hoping for, obviously, this is what I would be dealing with. So I made sure I did my research around it, and you know what I could do to further the campaign if I was crowned.
Excellent. I think it's really good that it's compulsory, because then when you get into the office, you can actually do some good.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I wish you all the best
Thank
in your
you.
future endeavors. Now, guys, we have a viewer who wrote in, and I'll read a question and then we can discuss it. So she said, very interesting. My parents are not comfortable with me dating. She's 20 years old. My parents think I'm too young to date. Should I move out? Or what can I do to make them see that I'm an adult?
First of all, right, are these parents not expecting grandchildren at some point?
She's 20 though.
She's 20, yeah. She's not 13.
So when you were 20, were you dating? And were you...
When I was 20,
Yes,
I was married.
dating.
I know you're so I'm coming to you.
I was dating.
I got
20.
married at 20, yeah. So this is like story in my ears right
Yeah, I
now.
was dating, and then, but you start from somewhere, because later on, these same parents might be some of those parents who say, you're not married, blah 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 blah. You have to give the person the chance
What she should
to
do?
date.
Should she move out, or how can she?
Well, it
tackle
depends
this?
on how intense the situation is with her parents, like, and how far they're taking it.
Yeah.
If they're not accepting it at all, which I think is quite
It's ridiculous,
strange and
really. She's
ridiculous
20.
not to expect her to date. She's gonna go to university, and like that doesn't make any sense to me at all. But then she can move out, go to uni, and just keep moving out for them. For that.
You are back in the
Yes.
Jan, what would you advise?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, with this dilemma, maybe because she does have very strict African parents, and
Maybe.
she's living in their house still, you know, she has to comply by
Yeah,
their
you know
rules.
how it is.
You know, she can't bring her own rules under her dad's roof. That's something.
My house, my rules.
Exactly, that's something like my parents tell me as well. Like, you take your own rules and make your own house. So, but I have a news flash for you guys. I'm actually 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So are you dating?
Yes.
Are your parents fine with that?
So I've
Do
been
they know? Is it a secret?
No, it's not. So I've been quite lucky in that, more especially with my mum, we're quite open about talking about dating and guys and that kind of thing. So
That's good.
yeah, they are okay with it. But in terms of this dilemma, I think if she's living in London, it will be quite hard for her to move out because she's only 20. But you know, even people working
find difficult.
find difficulty, you know, buying
rent.
buying property or you know getting somewhere where they can afford. So moving out might not be the best of options for her, or even an option.
So should she keep the relationship secret from her parents?
Yeah, so you can't move out, you can't afford it, then let it be a secret. Until they, and until
Let me take it easy.
Yeah, seriously, until they now come to you later.
personal, yeah.
Until they will now come to you later and say, oh, my daughter, my son, so when are you thinking of getting married?
Yeah, and that's when you become annoying.
And I'm like, really? So you that did not want me
Because-
to date,
because
now
I-
you're
I
asking me,
think-
you think this will fall through the ceiling?
Some African parents can be unrealistic.
Yes.
Which I think that's what the problem is here. She's 20. She's a woman. Like,
So you were married. Let's go to you. You're married at 20.
I was married at 20, which means I didn't meet him at 20.
If your daughter is 20 and she brings her boyfriend to the house, would you? What would your reaction?
I wouldn't see it as strange for my child to have a boyfriend at 20. I wouldn't see it as strange at all, and I would not have a negative reaction. It's guidance the child needs. The young adult needs guidance. This is right. This is wrong. These are the consequences if it should go this way. You know, this is the way it happens if it's like this. It's guidance. I think
Otherwise,
it's
they start
guidance.
hiding things from you.
Otherwise, they start hiding things. I think so wrong.
Yeah, for me, I think the parents might be just trying to protect her. Maybe they've had bad experiences or something. And I think she should, for me, what I would advise her is to sit with her parents and try to talk to her parents and say, I'm 20, I'm a girl. I don't think moving out is too extreme.
Communication is always
because
best.
if you move out, what will happen? And then you can run into the wrong person. You can run into the wrong hands, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so I think you should. I think for me, everyone has made their point. I think my final word would be speak to your parents and see, try to make them understand that you're a grown up. Moving out may not be the best option because you go into debt and all that, and you might not be able to afford. Just speak to your parents and try to talk to them to make them understand.
I'm sure they won't prefer that you keep things secret.
Exactly.
And tell them that.
Exactly. Anyway, I just want to say thank you, Jan, for coming. It's been such a pleasure to have you on set today.
Yeah, twinning.
I know.
Yeah. Lovely yellow.
I know. Thank you so much for watching us today. This is all we have time for today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.